I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is July 15th, Monday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, pretty wild Monday. Price gapped up, pushed up, all right, and took out Friday's high. I'm sorry, balanced some of this price out, and then immediately shot back down after reaching extensions and then retracing back for below the opening of the week, tagged underneath that initial low that the week created, and then it shot up crazy. All happening live right now, actually. So I'm debating about taking this trade out right now. I was getting prepared for the video and then saw this, and I was like, bro, like they're hunting that low. And I knew this was in question all day. So when we gapped up and then we came down, we took out that low of Friday's PM low, but not by much. And so nice equal lows there, but they did take that low out. So when we opened up, we gapped up, Asia constantly pushing up, London pushing up, and then we had a retracement back in New York. And then I think I should take this fucking trade out. But just the way they hit it and took off, I knew they were going to take off. We had a nice little divergence here, higher lows right here, versus these lower lows here. And are they just wiping out liquidity from the sellers, or are they really coming up to keep pushing up right now? And that's the question I'm involved right now. So I don't know. We are getting above up here, which, I mean, a lot of this liquidity right here makes sense, this sell liquidity, but this is a lower low and that's a lower high as we're speaking right now. So the question is, take it out or not. But my goal is to take out the all-time highs, and even take out today's high. So not right now, but and within the next days, right? So, or are they going to come and look at this as equal lows, come underneath and get into this imbalance more? So as you see, when we let me go to the 1 hour here. As you see, when we finished Friday's price action, we literally stopped right at the 50% of that daily imbalance. So take a look here. So that daily imbalance we're talking about is still July 5th of the previous week. All right, so we're using that as support, and my intention is to use that as support to keep buying up. So the price isn't going underneath and coming down. So I'm looking at this as, they just came to wipe out that liquidity again and then push back up, all at the end of the day when nobody's involved pretty much. But I knew what they were doing. And that's why Mondays are very tough in general speaking, and for me specifically. But so as you'll see, we're using that daily imbalance as, see, I got the quad levels here. So you can see we're bouncing right on top of it, right? I'm not going to drag it all out. But then here, we're also inside that 15-minute imbalance right there. Let's see if I can fit all this in the screen. So that 15-minute imbalance was also being hit. So we're using both those levels, right? And as far as 930 goes, let's go into it. 930 shakeout range expansion. So we opened up here, and then we had the opening range gap here with the midnight level and the opening week gap in the background, right? So when we open up here, we push up, we wipe out, we take out the top liquidity here first, right? Which would be this 730, right? So we wipe that out, and then we immediately come back down to wipe out all the early buyers. Now, but here's where here's where the signal is. You see this line right here? This line right here is the previous week's open level, and I dragged it out. So you need to have that. I got it dragged out in that gray right there. Because there was no gap, the indicator is not going to mark anything. So I marked it physically, and it's there. So from here, from the previous week, that's where we opened. So if you had that on your chart and you saw the price come down, yes, we swept the pre 930 and 930, but look at the bodies sitting right there. You could see it You could see it. Was it on a 5-minute that was clean? Trying to remember. No, I don't think it was the 5-minute. Actually, I think it was a smaller time frame. I think it was the 30-second, I want to say. Let me just do that real quick. I want to say it was the 30. Was it the 30-second? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was the 30-second. Yeah. So, because I got a screen for the 30-second. And you can see, this is a 30-second chart, but you can see the body sitting there right on that level beautifully. Like, I mean, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4 candles are literally sitting on it. So that was your indication of buying right there on that level. So and with that level, it's a shakeout day. Like, well, as far as the start of the day. So up, down, right? So speaker, it's a nice speaker. I'm not going to even draw it. You can see that, right? So just to confuse the market, and well, yeah, the 1 minute is also holding the bodies too, just a couple of them. And then when they rated liquidity there, boom, price shot up, right? So we're using this area as an inversion imbalance, this 943. But as you can see, the higher highs and higher lows start to kick in order flow. So where are we going with this trade? Well, number one, your minimum target is this high right here, obviously. And then to your left, as you see, we're coming up to wipe out the previous day's high, right? So just constant buying up. You can see the support with this candle. I'm sorry, I don't have it marked or anything. For me, it was a very weird day. I was busy doing other stuff, but try to mark this up. So that level strong right there. You can see. Let me just start marking this up. Actually here too. So you can see here this last down candle with the body. Drag that out, respecting. I'm just going to start highlighting. Okay. Whoops. All right. And you can see the order flow kicking in. Just going to go back and forth with this. Okay. Support for those last 2 down candles. I'm just going to mark all this up. You got a nice imbalance right here. Just be patient. This is what you should be doing while the price is moving up. Let's put it that way. All right. All right. Here's another one. There's a balance right there. Just constant buying, and they're haunting. Right. And when we get to then we get up here, right? And it's the London close. So, in the London close vicinity of time. So boom, price shoots down, right? And they made it very difficult for anyone to get in here. Obviously. Let me see if I can drag that out. That's holding price right there. We'll just call this inversion or sell. All right. And then you can see here that these 4 candles or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6. Let's drag that out. Nice resistance right there. See that? Got a supply area. All of them count, right? And didn't even tap that imbalance right there. So very, very difficult. But same time, let's see here. You got this. Barely touched it. Very tough. Didn't take out that high, right? Yeah. So price coming down. We'll just count it here. Holding price comes. It's okay for the bodies to do the damage, or the wicks to do the damage, and go outside the lines. But lower low, lower high the rest of the day. Very, very difficult. And again, we'll just do this here. Price respecting that level. And then, and what's the point of me doing all this? Because what they're doing is it's Monday, so obviously the price can go in both directions, right? You would like to have been the low, and sometimes the case that is, but this is why I don't trade Sunday nights, and this is why Mondays I treat it with a grain of salt. They're big movers, but understand that the opening range is empty, not filled. We also have a gap on the day itself, so there's still a gap right now, right? And this is another reason why I probably should take this trade out. but we could visit this tomorrow, or we could not. We could just skip it and then just constantly keep going because of the momentum of where we should be bullish, right? So that's the issues that I'm going to face with this trade right now. And how did I catch this? Well, I saw it coming down and I waited for it to literally wipe out that liquidity. Right when it hit it, I mean, I pushed the button, and sure enough, look at the reaction. Right? How do I know that? That's just experience. I'm a liquidity rate trader to originate with. So for me, I'm looking for this type of thing. Could it have kept going? Sure, it could. But what's for what? What's the purpose? Besides taking out that liquidity and maybe sealing. The only thing I would see is maybe we're coming to seal the rest of this liquidity, this imbalance, right? Or do they want to take out the previous week's low, which would be here, come down, and then maybe go up? Or are we in a different time where maybe the historical data is not going to pan out? Obviously, as you know, Donald got popped on this weekend, and I don't ask my opinion. I think it's totally staged. But what are the odds of him not, dying? I mean, it's like I won't even get into that. But point is that where do we go from here is now the question, right? But I think we are going up to take out these highs. Still, I mean, with all this shit going on, we still buying. And the historical data is really shooting up high. So with that being said, we're in the middle of the month right now, July 15th. And right now, as where we sit, the 5-year does show a retrace more. But the 15 and the 30-year, the 15 is literally buying constantly, but the 30-year is in question because the 30-year does show a lot of choppiness. And do we head into some choppiness? Like literally for the rest of the month, where it's kind of like this, it's just ugly, right? And then at the end of the month, or no, I'm sorry, not the end of the month, the beginning of next month, or the second week, I should have did this smaller. Then we end up kind of, after doing all this choppiness, we come back down one more time to wipe out that liquidity and then head our way back up, right? So we'll see. I don't know. But in general speaking, that is an eyesore, that imbalance. But at the same time, I know we should be chopping up. So we'll see how this goes. What troubles me is that that they didn't just close it bearish. They should have just, in my opinion, they should have just kept the price down here and seal that candle, because the daily candle, because it is empty. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult, because there's a gap, and the algorithm knows that they made a mistake by not sealing that gap. We need a body, generally speaking, on the daily, or is this strength for the top side, or is it just obviously manipulation to come back down? Because now this is sort of speak equal lows, but at the same time, when they took out that low, they've liquidated everybody here. So nice sell model, but now all these people were eaten, right? So they want to come and hunt the top side, and as you see, the price is still going up. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to manage this trade. I kind of want to hold this trade only because I know that we should probably wipe out some of this liquidity. Hopefully we can get above here. If we get above here, that'll be a good sign, right? But if we don't get above here, that'll be also a very difficult sign, right? So we'll see how we manage this, but the responsible me should just take this damn out. But other than that, let me see. I don't want to beat this with a dead horse, but I also saw this with the higher low here in Dow, and that was also the confirmation for me taking the buy right here. So because we got lower lows here with S&P and NAS, right? But with Dow, and they had already wiped out liquidity. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a very, very tight pool, but at the same time, you know how they do. This is very common for them to manipulate and then turn the other direction. As far as dollar goes, they're playing around as well. Nothing but consolidation. We're also moving very well. That pool is just sitting there. They didn't wipe it out either. So, market's kind of being held right now. Let me see. Is there anything else I can mention? I I don't think there is anything else I need to mention. So I'm still bullish, and the reason why is because also, when we came back for that support area, we already wiped the people out, So it's like, what's there to accomplish on the downside right now, except that imbalance, which would be now the third, July 3rd. Do they want to come and wipe out, since they created this pool here? Do they want to come back out one more time and wipe out that week's low, and then possibly push up to get maybe some of the earlier, or I'm sorry, the later push out artists a little more? Maybe they felt safe, but in my opinion, I don't think I don't think they would. I don't see why. There's plenty of room on the top side. We didn't hit that 21,000 up there, right? We got close. We were like, how high we were? We had 983 and three quarters. So 20,000, 983 and three quarters. I think they want to hit that 21,000 psychological level as well. And then we'll see. But we are extended on this projection here. So this is where we're sitting. So I feel like I'm missing something. I mentioned that. They did come below the week's open. They did take out that liquidity that was there, and that was the dangling carrot all day today. And that's why you want to be careful on Mondays for this exact reason. But I don't know what else to say. I don't think I can mention anything else. But that gap, man, that's the question, man. Do they fill that gap or not with the body? I know we had some when we were down here. Didn't we have some body issues? Yeah, we had. I think so. I have one right there. All the rest looks pretty clean, and that's what troubles me with this situation. So I know I should take this out. You know what? There's always moves every 15 minutes, so I know this is gonna push up. But you know what? Yeah, you're done. You're done. Fuck that. All good? Beautiful trade. So we'll see what happens with that that gap. So you guys take care and God bless.